Good afternoon or evening class. This is your professor, Professor Hill Cook. And this is a video that I mentioned in the email I sent out on Sunday, referencing that this would be an extra credit assignment. And I just want to give you a few pointers, things I want to make sure you take away with you out of class this summer. It wasn't ideal in terms of how we presented the information, but I do want to make sure that I touch on a few topics that I want to make sure you get. Our federal government at this very moment is hanging on by a thread in terms of what we call our democracy. We're under attack daily by this administration in terms of how we do business, how our government was founded and structured. And so it is important for me as your professor of government for you to understand why this is a critical time in our democracy. When we talk about our Constitution, one of the things that led to us having the Constitution was the different compromises that was made. And one of the ones that is near and dear to me, of course, is the 3/5 Compromise, which was about the counting of slaves in the South. So what happened was, in order for the North not to allow the South to have more votes than it could, because at that time voting was based on population size, and because the South had slaves, they would have always had more people to count, so that would have given them more representation in our Congress. And so the compromise was that slaves were not counted as whole people. So in our Constitution, it is written that at that time, Black people were considered 3/5 of a person, not a whole person. So when you put that in context of Black Lives Matter today, that is connected to how we were originally counted, not even as a whole person. So even at the founding of this nation, the question of whether or not Black Lives Matter has always been a part of our government.